What up? This is a SSP Undertray for a EVO X. It is 08 to 2015. And what I noticed when I unboxed it is that the powder coating coverage the SSP did on the bottom, or the top I should say, it didn't fully cover, didn't saturate enough, so everything else looks fine, but there's some spots where it just didn't go all the way through. I'm mostly worried about here. And we do get some, as you see, the backside, the underside is perfect, literally perfect. We do get some snow and stuff, and while this is aluminum and it's not gonna rust, aluminum does have corrosive properties to it where it'll end up chipping the powder coating and get all white and etchy. So I kind of want to keep this product pretty well maintained. I know it's going to get beat up on the underside, but I'm going to go ahead and coat it with a high thermal compound paint that's going to also resist oil and stuff. So if it does drop on it, it's not going to, hot oil is not going to rip through the powder coating, which I don't think it should. SSP did a good job on this product so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and just coat it, do a couple of light passes, and then we're gonna bolt it on the car, see the fitment, check the fitment, and see how the jack pads line up. They have the service ports and then the actual jack pad where you're supposed to jack it up on the EVO. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. We're gonna spray paint it and bolt it up.
Shake
this
weight.
could be a thumbnail. Just me.
Making seductive faces at the camera.
Like put a little I'm gonna get one of those wet guys, like little paint, or not paint drizzle, a little water drizzle. So I was like sweaty, you know what I mean? Like I've been shaking this thing for hours. Yeah.
Do the toss again.
What?
Do the toss again.
Like a little, where does it go? That guy, the meat guy?
You look like you have a shorthand, like the guy.
What's the guy? The meat guy? You didn't tell about?
I know, the salt guy.
Yeah, is it salt?
Yes. But it reminds me of the guy from Scary Movie, like with the little messed up hand.
Take my strong hand.
Yeah.
You know he was fucking with that wheelchair guy? You know that part? They were like going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he roasted him.
Okay.
Like, I think in a movie, it was supposed to be like a fair trade off with insults.
It just wasn't?
Roasted him. He was like, let me give you a standing ovation. Oh, where? Or something like that?
Was that the ghost? The ghost is in a wheelchair.
The handicapped wheelchair guy.
Yeah, but I think, the one like with glasses that was like a nerd.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. See?
We'll make sure we put it. We'll make sure that we put a note that says, "Please do not shake your paint like this."
No, Duplicator will have to send me a comment to say W before I say it. I've been doing that for years.
Throwing your paint in the air?
Yeah. It's so annoying for you.
I think you're okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
How many coats you doing?
Probably 2. Well, I'm gonna probably hit it with one good as a juicy coat, and then
A light misting?
no.
Oh.
First coat's gonna be juicy. Second coat is gonna be mediocre.
A mediocre misting?
Yeah. I'm gonna start as a lighter one because I feel I'm gonna fuck it up. I can get better on that one. All right, so now that we got done painting it, we're gonna go ahead and install it on the car. They add 2 brackets to join the 2 pieces together, different hardware. These middle bolts go and attach both brackets. With these shorter bolts, there's 2 types of bolts, a longer one and a shorter one. The shorter one's for both the brackets that join the 2 parts together. The longer ones are used with these like wing nut type deals. And then you have these rubber insulated nuts. These are going to go on the mounting plates, right? And I'll show you how that's done. And then they have 3 subframe bolts that go on the back of the actual under tray, and then 2 hideaway panels for the jack and service areas. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it, bring my car in, take the old under panel off, and then install this new one. All right, guys, there's 3 parts of each inner panel that need to be cut and trimmed so that these supplied clips can attach. I'm gonna go ahead and show you under the car so you understand what is actually going on. All right, so on the side where the actual tire is, the plastic splash guard that's next to the tire, it needs to be cut in a way that you can attach the clips and they go through the holes, right? Mine seem to be holding up. All you need to do is just trim these pieces. Normally this is flat. You're just gonna go ahead with a set of dikes, cut each part and trim it up so that this clip can fit into the hole nice and flush, so it attaches to the side panel. That's the only cutting you need to do, and it's actually quite easy once you get a set of dikes. It's pretty malleable. And so I'm going to do the other side, and I really only want to do this one time in the life of my EVO.
Me too.
Like if these bolts start falling out, let me use zip ties. Fuck it.
Or you could just crawl into there and spot weld it together.
Oh, on the next episode. Just fucking weld it all together. That's a good idea.
What?
I mean, that's a good idea. They ship in 2 pieces for cutting down shipping costs. So it's like, you get it, you weld it.
It'd be easy. It's just a straight line. You wouldn't have to do the whole thing. You would just only have to do some of it.
Probably. Check this one since the gun was coming out. No, this should be tight. Alright. There's a subframe brace on the back end, and with the supplied bolts, I'm gonna put the Undertray on top of it and put this under it and put the bolts through it. That seems like the most logical. Actually, wait a minute. No, it has to go like that. Yeah, all right. That's what I'm gonna do. So with these plates, what you do is, say for instance the Undertray, you put these little rubber nuts through the Undertray, put the panel up, put the screw in, bolt it up, easy. I'm gonna go ahead and put the oil pan one in first. I'm gonna leave the jack stand one off so we can jack the car down. All right, as you can see, it's fully installed. This is the subframe bar I was talking about, right there. I put the Undertray on first, and then the subframe bar, and then the new installed bolts, all black, which is a little bit different than some of the kits I've seen online, which looks really good. The fitment is really good. As you see, it lines up perfectly with the OEM bumper, matches everything perfectly. Still has the cooling vents right here, and has an oil service port and a jack port All right, so I just got done doing a couple drives around. Had the Undertray on for a couple days. What I was worried about was when it was bowing, when I was actually physically under the car and touching it, it was bowing and touching the subframe mount. And when I'm driving it under hard braking, anything, it doesn't touch, doesn't rattle, anything. So that's good news. It's literally perfect. I've had no screws fall out after a couple days. Everything seems to be good, and this is going to cut down jacking the car up by a couple hours and dealing with those stupid fucking plastic clips, which I hate. So if anyone's interested in getting a Undertray like this one, you can order one from SSP, or I got mine from Matt Performance. The links will be in the description. Thanks for watching. Deuces.